Hello, I'm OBXToyCat, and welcome back to another video. Today I have some Minecraft news for you all that is specifically related to the PC 1.9 update, but this will be the update coming to console, the update after next, so it is relevant to both PC and console at the same time. But anyway, yeah, Minecraft 1.9, the combat update, is an update we've had hinted for quite some time. Lots of people have been suggesting stuff on the video I posted about a month ago, but we finally got our first look as to what they meant when they're saying they're changing the combat system, and I think it's really cool. So basically, Dinnerbone tweeted out an image, and if you decode that image, you get a really cool screenshot, which I'm going to show you now. So please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you like it. But let's start talking about this screenshot, shall we? So basically, this screenshot, as you can see, it is Dinnerbone because his character is upside down and the little black box there. But the important things to show here is like threefold. So first of all, if you look to the right or just underneath the crafting grid there in like the top, just next to Dinnerbone, you can actually see there is the Quiver icon. So this is something that's been inside the game for the longest time. And I did mention like a while ago that I think they'll bring it back at some point. This is indeed when they intend to bring it back. 1.9 is going to bring back the Quiver. So what is the Quiver used for? Why is it useful? As you can see in this screenshot, the Quiver is needed to store arrows on you in a separate slot. So this means you don't have to waste, a slot in your inventory for arrows anymore. You can just use the Quiver slot. So that's really cool by itself. But you might also notice that there's not just one type of arrow, and the type of arrow in the Quiver is actually kind of funny. There's actually like 5 separate types of arrows in Dinnerbone's inventory right now. So let's start talking about what that means, why that would be cool, and how that's going to change the game, because I think this is one of the coolest things they're going to have introduced, because as you can see here, the 5 different arrow types, they look like they all have very distinct abilities. So if I had to guess, you can see there's the default arrow there. That does exactly what you expect right now, and then if you want to put them in there, you can. They're probably the easiest to craft, easiest to make, all that sort of stuff. I imagine besides that, there is going to be a fire arrow, which looks like the one that Dinnerbone actually has in his quiver right now. As you can see, there's some little puffs coming off it. It's pretty hard to see, but I imagine there's going to be some form of fire arrow, which allows you to have the flame effect without having it on a bow. Because, kind of like how you can have infinity on a bow, you should be able to have flame arrows if you're willing to go through the effort. Even though it cancels out the flame enchantment, I still think it's really cool to have flaming arrows. And he does have a lot of them, which might signal that maybe they're not flame, but I think flame is a great idea. But there's also stuff like you could have, there's a gold arrow over there, which could be a light arrow, which, does some specific things. You could have armor-piercing arrows, which could be that black arrow there. There's a bunch of different arrow possibilities. We haven't had any of these explained, but one thing that I can say I'm like 90% sure of is that the green arrow you can see there in his inventory next to the black one and the regular arrow, I reckon that is going to be a poison arrow. I reckon there's got to be a poison arrow in there somewhere. It'll probably be a weak poison, or it might be really difficult to craft, but as you can see, the combat update is real. The bow mechanics just in their own. This is going to be really fun to, if you're going to be attacking people from range, you want to make sure you have the right arrow, and that's going to be a really fun way to do things. But this also confirms a second thing, or like a third thing, I guess, besides the Quiver and the new arrow types, and that is the shield slot. So now, as you can see, there is armor on the left, the Dinnerbone on the left there, but on the right of him, you can also see there's like a shield slot. So this shield slot is a really cool thing because it kind of confirms there's going to be either extra protective items or just genuinely a shield. And I imagine that this is like kind of Minecraft signaling they're going to have a second hand, but instead of having 2 wheels on the hotbar, which is really tricky, I've seen mods that do it, I reckon what they're going to do is they're going to have a shielded item which you can put on you, but only by putting it in that slot. So if you want to have a sword and a shield, you can do that. That protects you from one side entirely from damage maybe. You could do some really cool things like that to make Minecraft combat tactical, and that's what it looks like they're going to do. So this screenshot is really cool. It shows that combat is changing for the first time in the longest time for Minecraft, and I'm really excited to say the least. But besides this, what else do we have to signify this is the combat update? Because this is stuff you might have seen already, but this is really them saying that the combat update is coming. So first of all, we have the fact that the End Dragon fight on the PC is going to be changed to match that of the console. So if you're wondering how I know this, basically Dinnerbone did tweet out saying that, the End Dragon's going to be more like the console version, and he's going to go a step further than that. And he also tweeted out saying that if you've already killed the End Dragon in your world, he'll let you reset them to kill in his new form. So there's going to be a way to reset the Ender Dragon, and there's also going to be, a console-like Ender Dragon fight on PC, which, as someone who plays a lot of console, that's yeah, our console, our Ender Dragon fight, it's better. There's something really nice about that. I think that's pretty cool. And also, what we have here is one final thing, which is about death messages. So someone posted on the Minecraft subreddit talking about death messages on the death screen, and Dinnerbo just said, that makes sense, done. So one of the features in this update as well is going to be when you die, you're on your death screen, as well as just saying respawn and exit world, there's going to be your death message there, which I think is pretty cool, because it means you can see it as well as everybody else. So yeah, that's the combat update right here. Quiver to hold arrows, new types of arrows, with looks like at least 5 different types, a shield slot of some form, we can't see what it does yet, but that's going to be exciting, as as well as a new Ender Dragon fight and death messages on the death screen. This is just what we've seen so far. Snapshots aren't even released yet. They're still a while away, and that's why this is looking crazy cool. So please do like the video if you do like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. If you're, like, you know, a Minecraft console guy, let me know if you like keeping up to date with the Minecraft PC news, because it is really cool. In particular, the combat update is going to be one of the biggest updates ever, so it's going to be exciting to see, and yeah, please do all that sort of stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.